Hello and welcome to part 139 of the game engine coding live stream, and this is part 70 of the GUIs. Still doing the minimap. So we was having this problem when I was building. Dingens, who's helped a lot on this live streaming with the code, he said he downloaded it after I did this, and he said it was working fine for him. So I'm gonna clean the project. Maybe there's some problem there, so I'm gonna clean solution, clean template, and I'll give it a whole new build. Hopefully that fixes the issues I was having. Okay, and clean that. Okay, so that's that done. So let's just give it a compile. And you know what, that does that, 'cause that's gonna take a bit of time. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go on my phone and enter some comments on YouTube on my videos. Might as well do something. Okay, so that's working now. She's good. So it did seem there was some sort of dodgy build error. I'm gonna message her and let him know as well, in case he's not watching, as a thank you. Although I probably wouldn't have gone to build. I really should do that more often though, cleaning the solution. Okay, so so the object technically isn't meant to draw then. So let's see if that's actually worked then. I'll get rid of this. Make sure this is still running, then I'll have a look at Minimap. Seems to be. Okay, so what we got? Put this back in. So where is he actually placed? It's placed at okay, so it does actually draw it then, so that is obviously incorrect. Go to Minimap. Nope, it should be and. All these conditions need to be true. Okay, Ultra says hi. I'm just reading the comments there. Herdingen says hi. You know, when you message that her, just messaged you on Discord, basically saying thank you because that maybe you saw it, but that cleaning helped. So it helped that you tested it and it worked fine on yours. Gave me the idea of cleaning it. Okay, so let me try this. If I go to, this is the size of 10. If I do 0. Technically that should draw now. Yes, and if I was to go to -1, part of it's off. Okay, doesn't draw, that's good. Check the other side, so engine definition. Minimap by default is 256 by 256. So if I put this as 246 to 36. I should draw. Yep, and just moving 1 pixel over to the right should prevent you from drawing now. Let's test bottom and top now. Do like 100, and the top, if I do 0, be roughly in the center. Not smack bang. I mean x-axis wise. Nowhere near smack bang actually. Okay, that's good. And let's try the final one. If I just move it down to 36 and then move it down 1 more pixel. This should show, moving it down 1 pixel should prevent it from showing basically. Okay, that's good. Okie dokie. Yep, okay, so that works as intended. So I recommend to have a smaller radius. I mean, that's fine for now. So I can look at culling the objects later on potentially. Okay, so method for removing objects. Yeah, we don't have that at the moment. So we can add an object. We can't remove it. No, I did not. Okay. Oh, thanks for reminding me about that. I totally forgot about that. So what did you say? Did you say do this? Okay. Can I do the reference as well? Constant reference. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what you're saying as well. Great. Okay, so there's a few places in all fairness that I have that. Something I'll probably just, I mean, there's loads of places I've got those sort of for loop, the for each for range loops, and I'll fix them as I see them. Don't know why this is like this. I think it's because I was gonna do something with this later on, potentially. Thanks for reminding me, her. How you doing? This project looks effing awesome. Oh yeah, it is. So much code so far. Obviously, less code we have, the better. But we've implemented a lot of features, and so I'm just trying to think if there's any other, say, SFML small game engines that are on this scale. I don't think there is. Some of the features we're adding, though not complex, they're not in a lot of other game engines. They sort of omit them. How do you publish your .exe? I mean, there's so many libs in the bin, so how can you hide them or do something else? It depends what you mean by, well, I haven't done any publishing with this yet. That's something I'll hit a little bit later. I'm not really that fussed about that at the moment, but depends on what you mean by publish. Are you saying publish onto some sort of, let's say, store like the Windows Store? Then you obviously have to follow whatever the regulations are on there. Or are you just saying, because this is just a bit untidy? Because effectively when you, because if I go and open a folder where I've got games installed, so if I go to games, so if I go to Steam, so this is like a legit officially downloaded game, and let's say if I go to let's go to the OG Crisis. As you can see, there's all this sort of stuff here, and then in the bin folders you'll get the Crisis exe, but there's DLLs here, you got all this sort of stuff here. So really, as long as there's only the one folder they need to access and they can easily access that, and anything else that's linked with it doesn't really matter. You can link them statically, so there won't be any lib files at all. Yeah, you can do that as well. Obviously that will increase the size of the exe. I have my APCSP exam today. Is it something to worry about, or do you not know? I don't get what the question is. I don't mind. Okay. Man, how the F you code that much? I can barely code one function. Trust me, you'll get that. Remember when I first started learning? APCSP. I'm guessing that's Advanced Placement Computer Science Programming Exam. Is that what you're referring to? Something along those lines? Yeah, I mean, is this something for you to worry about? Depends on how much studying you've done and how comfortable you feel with your knowledge at the moment. I mean, only you really can know that. And if it's today, honestly, my recommendation is, this is something you think you need to recap on or learn, do that. Otherwise, just relax, because not much you can do now. It's been proven that cramming really doesn't do much for most people. Ooh. Needed some basic GUI. Where can Lincoln from the bin folder? You want to help him out, her? That's pretty cool. Made using SFML. Pretty interesting. Any videos? Yes. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, so we've added the object. I guess there's a couple of ways we could do removing an object. Because it's at in a vector, to specify an ID. If that ID exists, it removes it. That's one way. The other way... first of all, I can do a comment in this function and this function as well, to be fair. And then I'll start removing objects. You know what? I'll return an int as well of the ID, I guess. -1, so that'll return the ID as well. So if you want to keep track of it, that's fine. With parameters and no return type and parameters. Ooh, no. Add an object, the minimap, type, and there's 4 variables: type, position, radius and color, position, radius and color, position, radius, color. Type of object. If the return ID is important, it should be stored somewhere. You should mark the function as no discard. What do you mean? Like, where do I just put it, like here? Or is that on the return type? Just let me know where you're saying. It had the potential to be important. It's up to the programmer what sort of control they want. Probably is, to be fair. Okay, position, variable description. Okay. Position of the object. Radius of the object. Background color of the what does that do? Oh, I missed one bracket. Ah, that's pretty cool, that is. Okay. How long, do you know how long this feature's been in C++ before? The new, like, C++ 14, 17 feature, 11 feature, or is it just an old feature? I don't think in all the code that I've looked at, I can consciously remember that being there. Returns the ID of the object just added. Okay, so I'll have a look at that after her. Okay, so it's pretty new then. Makes sense why a lot of the stuff that I've seen, which probably is using old C++ versions for compatibility, I haven't seen that in there. Okay, we're doing pretty well so far. Is it on all functions that return something? Okay, even on a function like this, because that's blatantly a getter, whereas this sort of add object thing, you probably wouldn't always necessarily think that it's going to return something, but in here it can do. So do you just use it on all functions, the no discard one? I mean, I guess it's probably not a bad thing to be using on all functions, but do you? Make sure we're using C++ 17. I think we are. I think we had to for one or two features. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Might add this in then. I might just add it in. I'll add it in after fixing all the warnings. Add to all functions that return a value. How are things with you as anyway her? How are you doing? How's your day been? I think it should be called X. They should be really called start and just to be safe, that you need to do something with the return value of the function, and the compiler tells you if you don't. Just helps writing better code, in my opinion. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's not a bad idea, to be fair. I'll whack it in, like I said, afterwards. After I've done these, finish off the GUI, finish off fix, no, start and fix all warnings, and then I'll do that. Yo man, I don't code, nor do I have any interest in game development, but appreciate the effort and dedication. Best of luck. Thank you, Ferris. Appreciate the kind words. Good luck to you as well for whatever you're doing. What am I gonna do now? Okay, so yeah, I was gonna remove an object by type and by ID. I'll do by ID first. Void move object by ID. think it's button group. I remove stuff. I just rip the code from there. Main ID index. I mean, this is the same thing. Okay, so here we go. ID underscore current ID doesn't actually matter. Is that really all I gotta do? Let's have a look. So if I do unscroll, okay, so on scroll, we're gonna say minimap, remove object by ID, put 0. And the IDs become ineffective if you're moving them around. Left eye. If I don't remove it, do underscore objects dot at ID why not use type name only? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like this thing here? In what relation? Dot at ID equals make it equal to basically no. Ah, so you mean like a unique name to it. Did I do something like that for some of the others? I did it based on that. Okay, so okay. Well, because the type was essentially meant to be, you could have, say, enemy, you could have friendlies, and maybe you could have buildings, for example. If you wanted to remove all enemy objects off the minimap, you would just pass in the type. The idea is when we have the remove function, which we don't, but we would, you would pass in the type of enemy, remove all of the ones with the enemy type. So it's more like, the more akin to a class in HTML than the ID. Are you saying make it more like the ID, or let the developer decide what they do with it if they have it as? Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, could still implement have it like that, and there's nothing to stop you from having enemy 1, enemy 2, enemy 3, enemy 4, enemy 5, but then they don't have an individual enemy type either. Oh, it's a struct. It's just out there. I'm back in a second. I'm just gonna go and get a snack. I'll refill up on my water as well. You got any questions? Sure.
No, so far.
Are you still on form?
Yeah.
It's the lot tonight.
It's okay.
You got anything from downstairs?
I eat the salted
Trying
peanuts.
to figure something out for you, but I'll grab that. had any ideas here? You wanted to know what the object property was. You got it?
You don't think any?
Yeah, that's all.
Wow.
Half of one.
You had to have a handful first.
That's like, and then the rest.
And then put it back.
No, we've got your food after this as well. Save space for that. So we've got the scones as well.
I've got some tomato.
And we've got the pretzels as well. We'll try a few pretzel pieces. I'll drop the peanut. It has been picked up. Here you go, just give them
You done?
Yeah.
Some of that plate.
Huh?
Plate.
What's about playing? You able to get you one?
No, for you.
No, I'm good. I've had a decent amount to eat today already and all the fish have got enough room for mac and cheese and fish. And I'm going to have the popcorn that's remaining with raffles man as well. And then pretzels and so on. You could store the ID generated by add object to maybe turn underscore objects into unordered map assign unassigned int object property. Could do that. That would help removing objects from it by ID, and maybe you don't even need a function to add property by ID. No, I've just got it just add object. There's nothing by add object by ID. Okay, let's try that then. So std unordered map unsigned int and the object property, something along those lines. So okay, add object, you just do at and then the unsigned ID. Let's have a look. Perfect. So add objects gives the object an ID, adds it to the unordered map and returns the ID to the user. Unordered map, add guess if I just do this, equals that, so I know with this I'll have to update a few things as well. I'm guessing thanks sir, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to it'll be .second, won't it? .second. What do you think about data oriented programming? Do you wanna answer his question here? Copy that, paste it there, paste it there, paste it there. Paste it there and paste it there. Is there anywhere else that I basically need to modify it? No, not really. So now removing it, can I do that? Dot remove, dot erase by ID. I'm gonna get rid of that and that. And now if we were to go back to here, remove 0, that should hopefully only remove the first one, but then not remove the second one because he shouldn't hopefully have knocked down essentially. And then I'll comment this up as well. That'll be remove object by ID done. Don't have to do something about removing it by type as well. Boom. Seems to work. I'll just do it number 1. I'm going to do, have I got updating on there? Yeah, I've already got that on there. By type now. Thanks for that, her. Got that working. Remove. ID of the object to be removed. I'll have a look at that in a second. One moment here. Can be constant. Yes, it can be. My bad. My bad indeed. Let's just add that here. Give it a quick build, make sure it's building. Okay, it seems to have built. You know what, huh? I was just thinking earlier on, project's going well, and I'm really enjoying it. That on here, still want to do that, still want to do that, still want to do that. So I'm thinking about skipping these three, version 0.5, 0.7, 0.9, and going straight to 0.10 alpha after we're doing Pong and Brickbaker, and then just create my own game. I'm thinking about, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking about either the high score one or the level based one, make some sort of co-op game. Cause I've been enjoying playing It Takes Two with my wife, and I would like to create a game that we could play. I think that would be nice. So a co-op game would be nice. We've got controllers built in as well, so I have some sort of controller functionality, so I can whack it on a big, on the TV, play it on that as well. What do you think? I want to invoke this method just in case there will be any other extra stuff that's done in terms of removing object by ID. Remove the object by ID. I. Here we go. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Add a couple more. We'll have this one as, I don't know, friendly. So all enemies are going to align at the top. All friendlies are going to align towards the bottom. Now I'm going to say remove object by type. Enemy. See what happens. Okay, so I'm going to do the last one. I'll have a look at this tomorrow. We made good progress now. We're going to wrap up now, so I'm going to say minimap. Fixed. Not working. Issue with a clean. Thanks to dingdings. What else were we doing? We was also doing move object by ID. Currently implementing move object by type. Yeah, you had to pull the origin for because I changed the notes, but that shouldn't affect what we're doing anyway. So we're all good. Any drop frames or mini drop frames? 0.1% minor. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow we'll get back to the game engine stuff. We should hopefully have remove by type done. I mean, that should be an easy one. I don't think that'll be too hard either. I just sent a bit of code over. Let me see what he's saying. Let me have a quick look at that before I wrap up. Copy, paste. Let me just. What are you moaning about now? Yeah, we're getting an error here. Well, they meant to be single equals or double equals. I'll give you a second to respond to her. If you don't, fine, and we'll continue tomorrow. You messaged me something on thingy as well. Discord. Let me see if it's the same thing. It looks like it to me. We'll try and build that. Change it to if. Let me copy that. So let's give it a go before we end up wrapping up. Just warning so far, which is fine, and we'll fix. Okay, that seems to work fine. Let's try enemy. So again, enemy are the ones that on the top. Boom. Thank you for that hair. Really do appreciate it. Nice little elegant solution as well. I'll remove my junk. Make sure this still works. Okay, yeah, it does. Okie dokie. Thank you for that. I'll give this another commit. So, Minimap fixed. Remove object by type thanks to her dingend in the last few minutes of the stream. Okay, push origin. boom, here we go. Thanks for watching, and thank you for that her as well, as usual. Always in the nick of time and helping. See everyone tomorrow for another Game Engine Coding live stream, for a live stream of Crash Bandicoot, and I'll be uploading some other videos throughout the day as well. Already uploaded 2 videos earlier on, one for loading and drawing of models using free.js and WebGL. Another one was on the finance and economics course, basically how to calculate your monthly and yearly mortgage payments. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.